Alright, we're going live. Just to make the audio. Try and if you can hear it. Or if it's muted or what, let me know. But just going off the earbuds here. Let's see if that works. February 15th. Going up against the Wainwright Kings. Team that's well above 500 currently. And Scafom-rux coming off a tie in a very close game last night. And heartbreaking late goal to hand us the 3-2 loss. We're ready to go with the family really slowly. Right there, right under the rock. We're going to mess around into the road. We're confident the MLAC zone. After that out. Braden Bent on center with Farad there. And it's going to send that down the ice. Just beside. No icing, waved off it. MLAC sends that back down. And number 16 picks it up, switches around his net. Baldwin into challenge there, he goes around him. He's going to dump it in just beside the net there. Libby's right. Aiden Smith tries to fight it off, but puck ended up on the net. We're going to stoppage. Face off to the right. Sorry, to the left of Libby. All right. All right. Aaron Smith on D. Wainwright B2B on the back end. Roberts punches that out. Nolan to challenge. We'll pick it off there. Nolan gets the stick off his stick. Comes around. Push off to the short side. Gabriel trying to hold that in. Does to the short side. And Wainwright's going to fire that out to center where it's held up by Smith. He's going to bounce that off the wall. Roberts picks it up at center, tries to pass off to Cano. If it was just behind him, Wainwright will pick it up and dance into the zone with 3 players. Shot on, blocked, and chipped into the netting by Cano there. No shots on net yet. Wainwright wins that draw. Shot on to Libby there. And back steps under Hall's stick, and there's going to be a penalty. Bad luck the other way. Right there, just stepped on the stick. And goes down, and that's going to be a triple call all day. Ed saying the play-by-play is muffled. Well, I need to hear some other people too there. Just let me know if you hear it. Don't hear it. Scramble draw. Wainwright able to punch that back up. Big trip on the play. And they're not going to call the trip, but they are going to call the retaliation for whatever reason. We're starting off strong with a couple bag calls here. Consistency is key, though. Braden Smith no doubt telling him he's got it completely wrong. And MLAC's going to go down 5-on-3. Wainwright wins the draw. Thanks, Mike. D to D on the point there. Wainwright following back and forth. Got Baldwin and Cole and Reese out there. Wainwright pulls it back to the point on the left side. Fires it down to the slot. Pass mishandled there. They're going to cycle it low behind the net. Comes out to Libby's glove side. Fires it out. Oh, man, that puck's going to go all the way down. Wainwright picks it up. And they're going to break out of their zone 3 across. One waiting on the blue line. They're coming across front end. Gain zone, throws back. Just going to try a cross pass there. They dump it back down, spew it into the slot. Pass down to the right side. Back into the slot. Missed again. And I'm not trying to break here. Shoot! So on the goal to open the game for MLAC. Paulson steals. No mistake on that one. And they'll never get a better shooting percentage than that. One shot, one goal. MLAC will take it. Still on the penalty kill with they're still down 2 players. You don't often see the 5-on-3 goal there, but Shield absolutely undresses the goalie and makes it play. Wainwright back on the attack here. A break in, down low. Holding on the half boards there. Going to walk in, take a shot. Libby's going to absorb that one. And the face-off's going to come to his glove side there with 26 seconds left in the first penalty to Hall, 43. And the one to Smith, 16:49 in the first. Puck over to the far side there. Resler is guarding against the Wainwright player there. Just going to circle out to this, almost to the slot there, pass right across the seam. Wasn't able to handle pass. Back to the point now. Down to the left side half boards. 17. Wainwright fires it across. He tried to work it back down low, but the pass missed. Now on the near boards. Initial shot from the point there, tipped down. Libby got a piece of it and slid out. And the rebound came right to the Wainwright player who put it in the back of the net there. Libby almost got it, just a hair behind it. And that's going to unfortunately even the game at 1 here. First penalty had expired, so that killed the second one. We're back to 5-on-5. Referees found a nice intersection. Smart graph. Fixed up there. Snap into the draw. Black into first. East fires that into the zone. Down on the Wainwright side. Wainwright's going to bring that around, pass up to the wing. Pass it by Jaffar's there, and Wainwright's going to be away to the races. Delayed icing, and that's going to get called. Luckily, I'll bring it back to the Wainwright zone. Same line will stay out there with Weiss and Cole on the defensive end. Puck is forced out. Wainwright's got it near the blue line. They're going to chip that out. Cole's going to pick it up on the far side. Pause in his own zone. Look back and forth looking for outlets. Puts it up the left side. And Wainwright breaks it back in 2-on-1. Deep shot on Libby. He handles that easily. Puck was put back behind the MLAC net. He's back to battle with the Wainwright players there. Scafom does help. Puck comes out to Black. Black chips it up the boards. Wainwright gets to it just before the blue line holds it in. Battle for it with Reese on the boards there. Black into help again. But that goes back behind the net. Cole up the side there. He's going to hang on to it. Try and break it up. And he ultimately does get it out. Wainwright content to just fire that one straight back into the zone. MLAC in pursuit, but Wainwright gets there first. Cole's got him pinned on the boards. Scafom to help as well. Takes a shot at his man there. Gets boarded, and we're going to call that one. We'll hit off the boards here. And I guess we'll be boarding. And he's just going to call a roughing on the Wainwright player. So let's be the first power play opportunity of the Leafs tonight. This afternoon, almost tonight. That's afternoon, but we'll call it tonight. We got Robert Schumacher and Cano for forwards. Baldwin over there. Leafs win the draw. Baldwin's got it. Chips it over to Cano on the low half wall here. He chips it back over to Roberts on the far side. Roberts pauses back over to Cano. Almost got the one-timer off there. That was a nice pass. Circles back in. Tipped off by Schumacher. Just goes wide of the net. Roberts sucks his man down low there. Back to Roberts. Straight on the half wall. Looking for Cano, but it's broken up by Wainwright. And we're going to chip that back to the MLAC zone. Baldwin's got it now. He's going to retreat behind his net. Reset. Pass too weak. Doesn't get over to Cano. He's going to pull it back. And fire it up the wall for Schumacher, which is going to be icing. So he just didn't get a touch on it. So 14:09 to go in the first period here. Teams trading goals relatively early. A short-handed goal for MLAC, and then a quick power play goal for Wainwright right afterwards, tied up. Hall breaks that up the right side. A soft in pursuit. Takes his man into the boards. Puck squirts back out in front, just too far for Shields. Holowadiak gets picked off by the Wainwright player. They're in 2-1. Pass across. Broken up. And it just goes off the top of the net. Defense got his stick on there, and it just popped over Libby's head and almost ended up in the back of the net, but ended up on top of it instead. Pass by Resler. Off the skate, comes out of the zone. Wainwright picks it up. In one-on-one, takes a shot. Libby's going to handle that one. For his sixth shot of the game so far. And that is one more shot on goal than the Leafs have managed on their power play so far. 27 seconds to go. Baldwin into the face-off, wins it. Comes out to the Wainwright defense, chips it back in. Roland's got it. D-to-D behind the net to Gaudreau. Baldwin's got it up on the near boards, pulls it up across center. He's going to chip that in. Wainwright goalie plays it into the near corner. Ayad's got it behind the net. He's going to work that out, back up to the point. And Roland couldn't handle the pass, just skipped over his stick. Wainwright in pursuit, almost picks off the cross-ice pass there. Gaudreau up, chipped ahead by Baldwin. And Wainwright's going to fire it back in. I'm not sure what they called there. It's a penalty or doesn't look like it. Oh. Hand pass, I believe. I'm going to zoom out a bit so my camera works like a circle jet. Down here. South into big tries that Black and Gaudreau with him. Wainwright wins that draw back in their own zone, picked off. Saf almost grabbed that. Wainwright fires it back into their own corner here. The defense is bringing up the wall. Roland holds that in. Now Jaffaris has it over to Black, cutting in. And Wainwright's going to come out with speed here. Roland's the only one back. He's going to play the pass. Shot off the side of the net there by the Wainwright player. Just ran out of here. And MLAC's going to take another penalty here for a big hit that Gaudreau delivered. And a late hit by Wainwright there as well. We're going to call that boarding despite the player being on the boards. We got 12-11 to go here. Shots are, well, they say 6-2, but they're wrong. It's 6-1. Schumacher, Cole, Brad out there. Wainwright walks in, high point shot saved by Libby. Goes into the near corner. Wainwright's got it again. Legs release. Cycle low. Tried to bring it out. Reese tips that out of the zone. And Wainwright will have to reset. Reese steps up and breaks up that rush. Wainwright's going to pass it back into the neutral zone. We've got two going. Pass just behind the second player, number 7 there, and it comes back to the point. We'll shove it back in below the net. Try to quick pass it. Front, that didn't go. Bayad fires that up the gut, and he's able to clear the zone. Pass too far for Wainwright. We're going to call that icy. And that's going to come back to the Wainwright zone. Minute 13 left to go there. A penalty to Gaudreau. With 11:23 to go in the first. Wainwright wins that job. Defensive take it behind his net. And then come up the near side. Cross-ice pass, tipped off by Smith, but Wainwright able to hang on to it. Back to the trailer, shot just wide of the net. They pick it up on the near boards at the point. Pressured and tipped out by Raul. Good forecheck there. Come back into the lead zone, but Smith is going to fire that down. Wainwright goal will come out, stop that behind the net. Hall in pursuit, almost gets a stick on it. Black as well. Just misses his man. Wainwright's going to break up 3 wide. They gain the zone. On the far side, shot on. Libby saved. Just behind the net. MLAC controls on the far board. He's going to try and break it out. Wainwright breaks that up. Shot on. And Libby's going to hang on to that one. 20 seconds to go here in the Leafs penalty. Joe waiting to come back out. Shields will line up in center. Roberts with him, Roland and Resler back for defense. Wainwright wins that. Cross-ice pass. Oh shot. Libby with the save. And another one for good measure. And he's going to hang on and shut that opportunity down right away. Shot counter being stingy, only gave him 1 save for that one, but we saw 2. How to make the shots 11-1 for Wainwright. Ten seconds to go here in the penalty kill. Wainwright fires it back to the point, bouncing puck just goes wide. Shields lays his man into the boards. Wainwright picks it up on the half wall, steps in, shot on. Libby's got it, 2 saves. And on the third one, able to shovel that in just as the penalty had expired. Unfortunate bounce. Libby had it off the first one and just went to his left. Wainwright able to find that puck and dish it in. Shields, Roberts, Pernell out there for Elise and Cole on defense. He's good match back. Pernell's going to fire that down, no ice. I'll chase that puck in. Shields picks it up. Hill tries to take it as well into the near corner. Tripped up, and Wainwright's going to end up with it behind their net. MLAC gets a handle on it. Roberts fires it into the scrum. Now we've got Cole pinching down, fires it towards the net. Just off the glove of Shields into the near corner. Wainwright tries to chip it out, intercepted by Knoll. Back up to Reese. Puts it ahead for Roberts. And that'll come out of the zone. Cole chips it lightly back in. Wainwright beat a deep. And they're going to dump that out of their zone. Intercepted by Cole at the line. He's going to walk in and take a shot. That is the second shot of the game for him. Another shot from the point. Wainwright goalie catches that up high for the forward. And they'll get a whistle. Line change. Looks like Baldwin, Bent, Fayad, Smith and Colorado. Scramble draw. MLAC gets it almost on net there. Fayad pursues his man behind the net. Wainwright will come up with it on the half boards. Chip shot out just past the forward. Holowadiak's going to retrieve that on the half boards and play it just directly out of the zone. And Wainwright plays it back behind the net around to the far side. Wainwright dumps it in behind the net. He's got numbers there. Puck comes out into the circle. Baldwin's going to take it and tip it out. Fayad in the foot race here. Wainwright's going to get to it first. And they're going to curl around and fire it up the boards here. Smith picks it up inside the Leaf zone. Pass off just outside the zone. Now Wainwright picks it up, goes through the neutral zone. Here's a check from Bent, and they break in through across, shot on. And Libby's got that one. Off his stick into the midsection. Thankfully, just settled down between the pads. Soft flat. Ferris out there with Dylan Cole. Wainwright came back to the point on Wainwright's and took a lofty slap shot from the point. And Libby was screened on that one. He didn't see it till the last second and just sailed over his left shoulder. And unfortunately, that makes it 3-1 for Wainwright. Couple bad bounces here for MLAC. Owen's going to fire that in, but didn't gain centers to replace him. And we'll come back to the MLAC zone. Wins that draw initially. Black chips it out of the zone. And he picks it up in the neutral zone. Hard hit by a Saf. Roland picks up the puck near the Leaf blue line, chips it ahead. Bounced out of the air by Wainwright. And a bit of a scramble here. Roland plays that off to Cole. He's going to dump that into the near corner. Just wide of the net. Inexplicably, that's been counted as a shot on goal. Near boards here, Roland's got his man tied up, and Saf picks up the battle and brings the puck into the corner, fires it into the front of the net. Oh no. Puck chipped out of the zone. Cole fighting off his man, holds it near the center, and Black's going to dump that back in and go for a change. Saf in pursuit, keeping Wainwright honest there, delivers a hit, takes an elbow to the head for the trouble. Schumacher picks it up, plays it back to the point. Fired shot from the point, deflected off the skate into the corner. Wainwright fires it up the boards. Cole holds it, goes over his stick. He can't hold his own. Cole fires it off the stick and up into the netting. Now we're trying to the inside. 7 minutes exact to go in the first period. Shot 16 for Wainwright. Scores 3-1. Baldwin lifting off that draw. Schumacher holds it in right at the line. Wainwright's going to play it out near boards and pass it up. They got a man in the center. Walks around his man. Shot, low glove, just missed the net there. And I'll give Libby a shot on both for that one. Okay, we got to catch up on two anyways. Dumped out of the zone to relieve the pressure. It's going to go all the way down. Good English on that one. Baldwin, Hall picks it up. Shot on by, that was Baldwin. I'm sorry, Schumacher that picked that one up. Almost caught it on the far side there. MLAC's going to dump it back in. Tag up. And go for a change. Wainwright's going to bring it up on the breakout. Pass across. Number 19 breaks in the zone. 2 across. Shot blocked. And goes wide into the near corner. Shields fires right up the wall to Roberts. Roberts on the defense, dumps it back in. Shields has got it in the corner. Resler picks that up on the far side. Pass up to Roberts. Roberts brings it up past center. Loses his footing there, and it goes into the Wainwright zone. They're going to fire that right back out. Tipped in, no ice. It's going to go in behind with the drill back to get it. That'll be number 14 for it. Big hit delivered by Shields there. And Roberts is going to almost end up. He plays it behind his net to the far side. Can hold on to retrieve. Reese up high, trying to clear it. Can't get it. Wainwright dumps it back below the net. Pass up the near boards. Doesn't work. The drill jumps his man. Roberts has got it on the near boards. He's working it out. And Wainwright simply flips it back in, back behind the net. MLAC having an issue getting puck out of the zone here. They're going to clear it around, but it's not going to come out. Maybe 20 minutes for Finns here is going to bust that back behind the net. Roberts finally gets it out. They're going to want to change, but once again, there's it behind the net. MLAC. Shields charged the other side, intercepted by Wainwright. They're going to pick it up on the far wall. The first pass on the half wall. Wainwright player lost the stick, picks it up. Got it for it in the corner. Pass up to Fayad. Couldn't have it, at least picks over. Looking for across. Good cross right. Holowadiak's going to pick that up on the near board. Pass across to Braden Bent. After Holowadiak fires that in. Teammate's going to break that out. Intercepted up the line. Fayad fires it back in. Schumacher in pursuit. Wainwright's got it on the near side. Tried top that pass. Picked off by Bent. Back down the Schumacher shot. Save. Wainwright really. Shots keep adding up for Wainwright goal. In on goal here. That's another shot on to Libby. Wainwright player was able to get to it first. Pops back out in front. Wainwright gets to that one as well, but stripped away. And comes back, blocked in front of the net. Goes to the far side corner. Back to the point. Wainwright's shot just goes wide on the blocker's side. Schumacher tries to pick that up. Wainwright in possession at the top of the line here. Cross pass. Top of the circle. Shot on. Saved by Olivia. Last now up near boards. Schumacher out. Clears the zone. MLAC changing, Wainwright breaking in, shot across. Libby's going to handle that one. Rebound back out in front. MLAC will throw that to the near boards. Blackbird. Stick check. Another save by Libby. Into the far corner. They're going to throw that back to the point. Shot on, just wide on the left side. Holowadiak plays that up the boards and that'll clear the zone. Wainwright. Quick break back into the zone. Good stick by Holowadiak to take away that shooting chance. MLAC's going to take over here on the near boards. It's going to stuck in traffic. Wainwright ends up with it. Made the check with Holowadiak. High angle shot, tries to put it middle, but no shot there. Back to the point. That goes wide, nobody there to take it. Wainwright puts it back low. The puck bounces into the slot. Got about 2 minutes left to go in the first period here. Reese chips that up to himself. Picked by the Wainwright player. He's going to half in the corner. Saf again tries the centering pass. Nobody there for it. Wainwright's going to break it out. Cole's got it on the far side. And they decide what to do with it. Flex for the pass behind the net. And Wainwright picks that up. They decide to take that out of the zone. Reset. By their own blue line. I dump that in behind the net. Roland gets that, hangs onto it. Wainwright takes the puck away. Handed by MLAC players there, and it stays in. And Baldwin's just can opening to the Wainwright player, no call. Wainwright still got it. Cycle back to the point, shot on. Deflection to the near boards. Schumacher tries to clear that. Baldwin finishes it and his man and chips it down the ice. Wainwright's got it in his zone. Last minute of play here in the first period. Puck skirts back up to the point, rolling into hold it. Schumacher picks it up. I'm going to try and work it down low. Schumacher ends up with it. Pass over to the Hall there. Couldn't get anything on it. Back up to the point. Save. Wainwright goalie able to hang on to that one. A hand fifth shot. Cross pitch 20 to 5. In favor of Wainwright. Shields in. Puck goes back up to Cole. Puts it back on the net. Shot on. Just sitting there in front of the net. No one able to take it. MLAC players are tied up behind the net. Wainwright breaks in, 3 across. They'll take it wide. Past middle, and it just misses the Wainwright player there. They'll pick it up in the near boards. Tips ahead. Roberts should have picked it up in the near boards. He's got no on his left. He just bumped into the corner. And Wainwright's going to play it around to the far side. Held in. I'm going to call that one. Didn't quite see the delivery of the hit there. But that's going to be the end of the period. Oh, for head contact. Looked like a nice hit otherwise. But this ref makes it a trifecta of garbage calls. Like I said, consistency is key. And we'll be back. All right, we're back. Second period. Wainwright at MLAC field going off for a 4 minute taking the head penalty. Down 3-1 to start here. I'm not going to slide that onto the Wainwright goalie. They'll pick it up. Intercepted at the line by Reese. Wainwright will take that back into their zone and reset. Picking up the near wall, 19, breaking into the zone. He's going to cut in, lose his footing, and go around the net. Back to the point. Intercepted there almost. Back to the point again by Wainwright off the near boards. They look for the option down low on the left side. They cycle back to the point once again. Shot on. Caught off by Libby there to the right boards. To his right, I should say. Pop off the skate there. Irad able to fire that down into the Wainwright zone. They get a change at penalty place. Long pass up for the Wainwright player. He's going to chip that right into the netting. And they'll bring the face off outside. Just 1 minute off the first period here. 3:01 to go in the penalty to Shield. Soft one to the draw there. Wainwright's going to win it back. There's a step offside, but the ref seemed to like it. Soft got that on the other boards back to the point. Wainwright chips it back in. They're going to cycle in. Shot on, off the post. And Soft fires that into the Wainwright bench. So unfortunately, the face-off will stay in the zone with 2:44 to go in the penalty kill. Wainwright wins that back to the point. Shot on, tipped by the MLAC defense just wide of the net. Referee running interference for MLAC there, which he's done tonight. I should stop working on this. It's so easy. Wainwright pulls that across the near boards, cycles down, low behind the net. Still got it. Wainwright had a player sneak into the slot. They just missed the pass. Wainwright brings it back down. They pick it up in the slot. Number 16 will take that around the back of the net. Pursued by Gaudreau. He's going to come to the near boards, try and dip it off. As intercepted by a Staff. He's going to chase it down to the end of the night. To the right side. Bugs this player. The Hall picks that off in the slot. Tries to get a shot off. Can't quite get much on it. Wainwright breaks it back down. Cole takes his man into the corner there. Now behind the net. Wainwright ends up with it. Minute 30 to go in the penalty. Wainwright dumps it back behind the net. Got a player parked in front, one in the slot. And they elect to go back to the front with that one. Lots of traffic in front. Shot deflected just into the near corner. And the player is hassling his man there. He's going to get it. He's going to fire it. And he's going to clear it. The Hall's in pursuit. Down into the Wainwright zone. Pass across by Wainwright. And they're going to break this out into the neutral zone. They've got 3 breaking in. They're going to elect to set this up. Pass in. Picked off. And the Ferris is going to get that out again. Schumacher picks it up. He's got an angle on the puck here. Takes his man to the boards. And Wainwright's going to end up with the Ferris. Schumacher still in pursuit. Forces him to retreat behind the net. Out pass. Far side, near side. Couldn't quite handle it. Kicked back to the neutral zone by Wainwright. Reese picks that up outside the zone. Schumacher puts it down the rest of the road. They're out in pursuit. He ends up at the top. Puts it back behind the net. There's the hole there now. He picks it up on the far board. Breaks in. That was a stick lifted by Wainwright. Schumacher's going to put that back on. Reese almost had a second crack at it. Couldn't get on net. And they're going to punch that back into the Wainwright zone. That will do it for the penalty kill. Shields is back on the ice. Tries to hold that in. Wainwright will dig it out. Number 14. Going acrobatics to stay inside. The Cano comes away. He's got Roberts on his right. Puck shifts to the front of the net. Now Goudreau takes it from the low point. Fires it just wide on the blocker side. Shields gets a high stick, no call. Another shot from Goudreau, puts that wide. Roberts was ready for it on the far side. Roberts and Shields got it on the near boards. Try and bring that down into the corner. Wainwright picks it up. No, barefoot. Wainwright's going to pump it around. Goudreau puts it back behind. Wainwright's going to elect to fire this down the ice. With just over 15 minutes to go in the second period. Face off one back to Colorado. Fires that. Rubbed down by the Wainwright goaltender. Scramble draw here. Bent's got it. Leaves it to Wainwright. On the far side. Wainwright's going to come away with it. And there's going to be another penalty to MLAC. I don't know that would be hooking. There's Fayad pulling that one. We'll put MLAC back on the penalty kill. 2 minutes, 14:46 to go in the second. He's off to the right of Lydia. He's up. Puts it down the hall, takes the check. Up down low. And Alden took that by. He's got the hard work and he moves by his guy. Just misses blocking side. Almost had a second breakaway goal there. So should be probably could have called another shot on there. Wainwright will go back into the zone. And come away with it. Pressure by the MLAC forecheck is now behind. Wainwright's breaking in, number 20 Miller. On the near side. Always towards the front of the net. They pick it up in the far quarter. Back to their plate. Chip back down low. Cycled into the slot. Shot on. Lydia to save. And that's going to fire that down the ice. Will allow them to change the penalty killers. Schumacher almost gets a stick on that breakout pass. Roland's going to take over on that one. Tries to clear it across. Puts a Wainwright player, and Smith will fire that back out. Not out. And that's passed across by the Wainwright player. No one in the slot. Schumacher now will make sure of that one and send it down the ice. The Wainwright goalie passes that out to his D-man. 30 seconds left to go in the penalty. Bears picks that up. Moves the zone. And Schumacher puts it back into the Wainwright zone. Change that forwards on the penalty kill as Wainwright comes away from their own zone, put it across number 10. Chip over to 16, they'll break into the zone. Roland fire with his man there. Wainwright ends up with the puck, puts back to the point, and able to just get there as their defense. That goes back behind the net. Now they killed the penalty off. Teams are even again. Roland's got it behind his net. Passes up the wall, nobody there yet. Wainwright comes away with it. Skated away by Smith. Wainwright on the far side. Shot tipped just wide. Smith not able to clear that one. Goes back behind the net. Shields has got it now on the far side. Shovels it over just behind Cano. Cano will play that up. And that almost, I don't know if you can see that, but that was very close to the post. And there's going to be a penalty on Wainwright here for that one. That was boarding most definitely. Does pull a board in. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Baby steps. MLAC on with the power play. Snow comes away with it, shot on. Steered into the corner by the Wainwright goalie. Right foot in the corner. Back to the point. Baldwin's got it. Tip just wide. Pulls down, got it in the far side there. Pulls cycling back up to the point. He's looking for an option. Fires it on net, skates into the skates of the Wainwright player. And it's back into the MLAC zone. Long lead pass for Schumacher. Sets that up. Mills got it. He's going to chip it into the zone. MLAC in pursuit. Wainwright's got it. He's going to come around the net. And he's going to break this one out. Cuts across. Pass back to his other player. Shot just wide. And MLAC's going to come away with it here. Baldwin back to Knoll. Knoll back to hanging on to it. Knoll ends up a bit in the far corner. Comes out in front, shot. Just ends up on back of the net. They're going to call a penalty for a cross check. Despite, I don't think we even had 2 hands on the stick there. So that's going to be 2 minutes for Knoll for a phantom cross check. It makes it to 4-on-4 hockey here. 41 seconds left in the Wainwright penalty. Black almost pokes that one away. It's going to come away with the soft here into the MLAC zone. Still got the puck. Just goes behind the Wainwright goal. Easton Black, fresh off of a beautiful goal he scored last night against CAC. Puts that back behind to his staff, fighting for it behind the net. Takes a run at the Wainwright defender, and the puck comes up to the point. Pass across to Resler from Colorado. Kicks it into the slot. Shot goes just wide from Black there. He's going to put it back into the front. That is shot on by a sock, and the goalie just got in the way of that one. Not sure if that second one was a shot. Got deflected back into the corner. And now it's a power play for Wainwright. Resler tripped up. Comes away with Wainwright. Shot on. Blocked and saved by Libby. And Wainwright's got possession now behind the net. They dump it back in. Black's got it here. He's going to try and clear it. And gets it back to the point. And he finishes it, gets it out of the zone. He's going to head off for a change. Full change for MLAC as Wainwright comes low into the neutral zone. Carrying across number 12. Pass across, no one there. Wainwright's got it on the far side. Clearly more number 14. Smith holds him up. The drills fighting with his man in the corner. Wainwright's got the puck. Trying to bring it to the front of the net. Pass in, chipped away by Smith. Defense creeps in. And Libby swallows that up. His 24th save. Sorry, her save on 24 shots. Final 7 to go, 27 seconds left. Wainwright wins that back to the point. 18 chips over to his defensive partner. Back to the 9, back to 18 on the point. Back to the half wall. He slides in. Shot goes off the Smith's stick over the glove of Libby. Make it 4-1. Another power play goal for Wainwright. Not to square up even. They'll do their best to keep it that way for as long as they can. Shields in with Knoll Roberts on his wings. Rolling up to Roberts. Subbed off the puck by 9 here back into the Wainwright zone. Field sticks up his man. Got puck in the corner. He's got ends up dipping in behind the net to Cano. Cano's got it up against two Wainwright players there. Robertson to help. Back to the corner. And Wainwright's going to take a call here for, I think it was a slash, it looked like. With the head. I think with the exchange rate, those are only 2 minutes for Wainwright. Let's see that. Oh, that was great. 74 minutes to go inside. So, MLAC's going to get back on the power play. Schumacher in, back to us. Puck skips over Cole's stick, comes out. Baldwin back to get it. Wainwright in pursuit. Comes up. Wainwright picks it off at the line. Shot on, really saved. And Noel's going to hold this up. He gets stripped of the puck in front of the net. And Wainwright tries to bring that out in front. Almost succeeds in chipping it in. They've still got the puck. Cycle around. He's going to go for a skate now. And fire it back in. MLAC's going to set up now with a minute 20 to go in the power play. Wainwright gets a stick on it. Snell still got it. Brings it into the neutral zone. He's going to break in Robertson Schumacher. He's got the puck on the wall. Holds up, tries to sneak in. Looking back to the forwards. Back to Baldwin on the point. Tip just wide. That almost found the back of the net there. Roberts couldn't quite handle it in his skates. MLAC holds the zone. Fired back on. Secondary shot. No luck for Cano there. MLAC still got it. At the point, Baldwin another shot to the side. Cano just trying to reach for him. Wainwright tips it ahead. They've got one ahead. Baldwin and Roberts in pursuit. He's going to put that behind the net. 30 seconds to go in the Wainwright penalty as Roberts putting this out of his zone. He's going to carry it up to the blue line. Tip it back to the point. And Soft's going to slide in behind the net here. He's going to curl around, have a look at his option, pass it off to Baldwin. Baldwin's right at the point. He's going to fire again. Off the stick just behind the net. It's off the far corner. Soft evades his man. Last man ahead goes off the stick, comes back down, but Wainwright's going to get that. Right down the ice. And that'll do it. And not unable to garner much on that power play. A couple of chances in front of the net there, but just couldn't quite get it together. Wainwright's got it now inside the MLAC zone, back to the point. Shot on, tip just off the court. And a very fortuitous bounce. Right to the Wainwright player, who was able to slide it under a sprawling Nathaniel Olivia, unfortunately, and that's going to make it 5-1. Initial shot, it got tipped, went off the post and bounced right over Olivia's pad, came right out the top of the crease. MLAC defense just couldn't quite track it down there. Wainwright's got it. So once again, they can in 2-on-1. Shot was saved by Liddy. He's going to hang on for that one. Wainwright needs to draw back to the point. They'll like to shoot that tip wide. Roland's got his hand tied up. Good try Fayad there, and MLAC chips it out of the zone. Wainwright's got it back on the inside now. Pass back up to the neutral zone. Liddy chips that over to Roland. Braces for impact, puts it back behind the net. Fox going to put that up in the far corner. Takes it in. Wainwright takes that, chips it right to Ferris. Tries to put it in front of the net for Fayad, but just missed. Puck still bouncing around the slot. Shot on! And that Fayad almost got that one to go. Wainwright goalie did not see it, but now they've moved off ice and they're puck all the way back in the MLAC zone, blocking to retrieve it. Shields up to Knoll. Knoll plays off the boards. Wainwright tips it back behind the net. Wainwright still got it. Comes out in front. Roland will just fire that down the ice. Put back in the MLAC zone with 4:32 to play in the second period. It's 30 to 14. Zero is going to assert dominance there, pushing the wingers back. Wainwright with a shot up just wide of the net. Puck's going to bounce in back behind. Up to the winger, controls back to the corner. 16 with a shot. This is the blocker side as well. Smith is going to take it now and pass it up. Just missed Shields. It's going to go all the way down to icing. We'll do it again. With 4:13 to go now in the second period. Pulling up, gets it off. Back. Roberts almost there to take that out. Still in the MLAC zone. That'll make it out now. Wainwright's going to dump that back in. Smith in to retrieve it. Fires up the goal, picked off by Wainwright. Into the slot, shot on, over with the glove save there. Shot counter is certifiably asleep. Puck in behind the MLAC net. Comes up to the another screen shot on Wainwright. This goes over top. Fired on, blocked by Roberts. That's causing some discomfort. He's going to head to the bench. Joe fires it up for Knoll, but this is, and that's going to be icing as well. It's off to Biddy's blocker side there, shot on, deflected by his own defense. He gets his pad on it. Wainwright's got it on the near half wall. They're going to cycle it in low. The hollow of a stick check to bring it back below the net there. Audiac up. There's a blatant hit from behind by the Wainwright player. He's going to get called for it. Might have even left his feet on that one. No doubt with the make call. But again, we're going to discount. And they are going to call it leaving the two players getting ejected. Good launch himself and a good goal from behind. The game for round. Walk the players out of the box here. Check your security for that. Only 2 minutes. 3:09 to play here in the second period. Goes back to pull down to Roberts on the near half wall, back up to Baldwin on the point. He's going to shuffle it back down to Roberts. Loses a handle on it, and it's going to clear that into the neutral zone. Baldwin back to get it. Comes in low behind his net, pursued by Wainwright up to Cole on the far side. Cole tips it across, intercepted by Wainwright. Back to their defense, and that's going to get fired all the way down. Cole's got it now behind his net. He can screw it up. Coming down the half wall on the near side to Roberts. Roberts touches it in. Wainwright grabs it, brings it back to the neutral zone. He leads Baldwin and goes all the way to the end of the ice. He's got it now with 1:15 to go in the power play. Pass over, misses pull. Wainwright takes a funny bounce off the glass there, right in front of MLAC net. Wainwright's got it now. Shot on, saved by Libby. And MLAC's going to try and get that up. And that'll go for icing. Unable to get to it. Pass. Or beyond. 50 seconds left for the MLAC power play. So 2 minutes to go in the second period. Wainwright wins out there, tries to tie up. Shields comes away with it. With the Hall picked off by Wainwright over there. They're going to take their time with it. Take some more time off the penalty kill. Down below MLAC net. Leslie unable to handle that. Hawkins almost came out to the Wainwright player in front and moved it up the whole body up front. Just going to bring it up the near side. And try to get it deep. Wainwright's got that one. They'll fire it back out to the center ice. Leslie's got it now. Pass up to the stop on the near boards. MLAC finally getting the zone and tries to skate out of it. And they'll tip it back in. Wainwright simply plays that around the boards. And that'll do it for the power play. A minute to go in the second period. Wainwright's got it now into the neutral zone. Breaking in 2-on-3. Tries to center it, goes off Swiss skate, tries again and just sails through the slot. The Hall's got it now. And he's going to fire that down and it's going to be icy. Soft takes a second to something there. Come back down for the face-off. 28 seconds to go. Shots are 33-14 for Wainwright. Vince uses the draw there to Wainwright. The guy on the point, shot on. Saved by Libby. Pass back to the point by Wainwright. They shoot on again. Deflected and ends up doing good tries with Libby there. Make it 6-1. Another unfortunate bounce there. Edmonton to take the draw. Wainwright pushes that into the MLAC zone. Popped back out by Reese. Reese has got it again in his own zone. Over the good throw. The drill up the boards to Schumacher. Schumacher held up by Wainwright there. 10 seconds to go now. Schumacher will chip that in and pursue it. And that'll do it for the second period. Wainwright up 6-1. Shots 35-14 in favor of Wainwright. And we'll be back in some time for the third period. And welcome back to the third period. MLAC Scafom-rux. Feedback they had at the beginning of the game here. Wainwright quickly turns that back up. Pass across here. Lydia with the save. A couple of blacks at it. Give him 2 on that one. And that comes back out. Charlie straight on by Wainwright unopposed from the slot there. Just strike early. 16 seconds into the third period. It's 7-1. Lydia's kind of landed on his left arm. I'm not sure if he got injury or what. We'll see. Wainwright on the draw back. That's going to call it a coincidental penalty here. The ball is set to Baldwin into the draw. Wainwright wins that back. Quickly up to the player into the zone here on net. He's going to hang on to that one. Looked like it had toe and they're going to call that. SOG. Face off comes to his left. Shot just wide off the face off there. Schumacher able to get that. Goes back behind the MLAC net. Wainwright's got it on the way. Taking away for it. Reese comes up to the point. Shot on. He's going to scoop that up for his 40th shot. Get the third save of the night. Yeah, now it's permanent. 16. Only 50 seconds gone in the third period. Shield lines up. Wainwright wins that draw. Shield pulled it back to the point. And Roberts is going to come away with it. He's got Knoll on his left. Tries to get it over to him, but it's flipped away by Wainwright. Wainwright passes that across. And it's into the MLAC zone. Back behind the net there. Cole's going to take a skate here. Comes into the neutral zone. Dumps that in deep. And we'll pursue it behind the net. Wainwright really plays it over to his D-man far side. And this is a pass on the half wall there. That's going to come all the way down. They're going to wave off icing. Beast was close to it there. He's going to circle around his net, bring it up now on the near side. He's got speed, takes a hit on Wainwright. He's got puck in the zone. Far pass up, picked off by Shields. Cole's going to fire that in. And Wainwright's going to come away with it. Going to try their own pass up. Rowan just narrowly misses the hip check on number 10. Big save by Libby there. Comes across and stones Wainwright there. They're able to get that pass through the defense there. And Libby there to swallow it up. I tried to break it in there, picked off by Wainwright. Step offside, no call. They'll bring it in behind the net. MLAC picks it off. Wesley puts it up to the point, held in by Wainwright. Across. Black almost had him going there. Just outside the MLAC zone. Wainwright punches it back in. Pass over to Wesley. Off the skate of Black. Rowan misses that. And Wesley's going to pick it up in his own zone. Over to Rowan to the near side. He's going to kill to the middle. Tries to pass up off the pants of number 7. Wainwright. He's got possession now back in front. Bouncing puck, unable to handle it. Back up to the point, number 20. Comes that in deep, takes a bounce off the stanchion. Schumacher's going to carry this into the neutral zone now. And Lions going to be able to take that ball. Juice breaks in. Zap breaks in, switches back, tries to play it across for Fayad. Kicked off by Wainwright. Joe's going to punch that right back into the Wainwright zone. Wainwright carries it behind the own net. Pass up too far for the winger. And that's going to go all the way down for icing. $16:49 going third period here. We'll have Bent lining up with the stop of Fayad. Wainwright wins that draw. They'll take it behind the net. Pursued by Fayad. A reverse up to the rigger. Gill holds his own. Sock will play that in. He's got his own rebound on the half ball. Cuts in behind the net. Fayad's in to help. Tips it back to his sock in the corner. Just off the side of the net into the slot. Brent tries to take the play with it. Comes over to the near board. Pass over to Goodrow. Evades him, and it'll come all the way down. No icing. 14 in pursuit. Goodrow. He's going to take that, slide it back up, and that comes out of the zone all the way down. And it's going to take over the near zone. 16 pulling up to the far side there. Tipped up, and puck is held out of the zone. Wainwright resets in the neutral zone, pass across and fired in. Wainwright takes possession on the far side, dumps it back down low. He's going to cut into the zone, stick check there by Baldwin of the week, yep. And back up to the point. Wainwright plays it down low, picked up on the half ball by Reese. Held in, the Hall takes it by the blue line. Still in the zone, tipped up by Joe there. Shot comes in, Libby's going to hang on to it. Gets a little snow job there from number 17 from Wainwright. Shots so far in this third period, 7-0 for Wainwright. Shot on, Libby sticks that aside, goes behind the net. Pass up. Wainwright has it on the point. Tipped off by the MLAC player. Wainwright's got it behind the net now, over to the near boards in the corner. Couple hits delivered. Still digging away for it. Schumacher and Baldwin up to Schumacher. Plays it up to the line. Wainwright able to hold it in. Now they get it on the half ball. Tipped towards the net, goes behind. Wainwright back to the point. Shot goes just wide. Delayed penalty on MLAC. So it's a hit to the head delivered by Braden Swift, what are you going to say? I didn't see it. Wainwright to Libby's blood side there. Or sorry, face off. Held by Wainwright actually against Libby. They're going to dump it down low in the corner, Cole tying up his man. Plays it back to the point. The defenseman's going to cycle down low, pull it behind the net. It's going to go for a skate, wraps it around, Libby up the save. That comes out in front, and they're able to clear it. The Shields in pursuit. Now Wainwright breaks back in. They're going to set it up here. Pass across, almost picked off the Shield. Shot on, saved by Libby. Stick it over to the corner there. Wainwright pushes it below the net, comes with the half wall. Pass up to the D. Back in front. Shot on, saved by Libby. Comes across, intercepted there. That was Jafaris able to block that one. That would have been a tap-in for Wainwright who did not pick that pass up. They cycle in. Complete screenshot. And we didn't have much of a chance on that one. Didn't even see it. Shots currently 12-0 in the third period here for Game total of 47-14. Just a bit off on the official count on the clock there. MLAC's going to drop that back in. Bell able to hold that behind the net. Slipped into the boards there. Wainwright's going to get called for tripping on that one. Or boarding, I guess. I will put MLAC on the power play once again. 13:31 to go. Third period here. We'll bring out Shields, Roberts, Howell, Smith, and DeVille on the plate. Face off for the near boards. Roberts in pursuit there, just goes through the legs of Shields, and Wainwright's been fired all the way down. Smith has got it here. Pass up to DeVille on the near boards. DeVille up to Roberts, who's got it, breaking into the zone. Got three guys on him, pushes it to the far corner. Cycles it behind the net. Smith picking out up on the far wall. Down the Knoll in the far corner. Knoll surveys options, skate behind the net. Swings it across and we've got a situation where Smith and his player tangled up their mask. Unfortunate, really, because Roberts had a prime chance there, so I'm glad the ref chose that moment to whistle down the play for something that didn't threaten the play. It's curious decisions continue. Anyway, I don't know the rule book in the games. Face off inside the Wainwright zone. Roberts ties up his man, tries to get it back to the point. Wainwright picks that by Smith to drill back to pick it up. He's got two guys on him to touch back. Touch back to the line, and Wainwright able to shovel it in down low in the MLAC zone. Smith in to retrieve it. Reverses, evades his man, he's going to break it out now. Pass up to the drill on the near wall. Back to Shields. Shields breaks it in, chips it behind the net. There's just a minute to go in the power play. Wainwright fires that up the boards, that evades Resler, and all the way down the ice. Drill fires that up. Shields breaks it into the zone. Lucky avoided the hooky call, so it's down it. Shields got it now behind the net. Pushes it ahead for himself, and it's still in pursuit. It's a Wainwright player who fires it up the gut. That goes all the way down. Wainwright player in pursuit. Alawadia picks that up, chips it up the far the near boards, and Wainwright puts that back to Wesley. Puts it behind his net. Wesley pass up, just misses its mark. Ayad comes back in. Searching for speed, chips it up to Alawadia. Intercepted by Wainwright, but they move it up. Brent's got it now. It's going to break in. Onside. Penalty's over. Ayad takes his man into the boards. Brent blocks that clear in the 10th. DeFerres almost holds it in there and release. And he'll fire that back to the Wainwright players. Puck into the MLAC zone now. Pass off. The boards is going to go all the way down. Bang on 11 minutes to go here in the third period. Wainwright wins that draw back to the point. Put across 20 Miller there. Takes it behind the net. Intercepted by Schumacher, who's away with Rahal. Rahal's delays and fires it on net. Shot will count. They ended up tagging it. MLAC's got it behind the Wainwright net there. They took it behind. East is going to go in. Holds back. Hall puts it to him. Took the head by the Wainwright player. Cole's got it now. He's going to pull across to the far side. Took in by Baldwin. Is in pursuit with Hall on his wing. Baldwin puts it across. Hall's got it. Tries to center, goes off his stick and comes out of his hand. All the way down for the twos, chips it over to Reese. Reese up to the hall and near boards, fires it up. Alden's got it here. He's hit there on the near side. Alden's down, slow to move. He's out to check on him. Might have just got the wind knocked out of him. It looked like he landed on his back. Without any support from his elbows. And that never feels good. Plus minus hit in the back of the head on the edge, so I don't know. I didn't quite see the fall through there, so that's pretty good by the Wainwright defender. $48 to go. Face off in the MLAC zone. Left to Liddy. Scafom takes the draw. And that's in the draw. Initially, Wainwright plays it down behind the net. Roland plays it up to Jafar as he chips it ahead just before center. Wainwright goalie plays it around. 9.5 to go here in the third period. Over to Jafar. Jafar tries to center it. Unable to get that puck. There's a soft Black holding on to it. Brings it across. It's still in the corner. It's still getting pasted to the boards by the Wainwright player. Softens up a bit. Plays it to the side. Now Wainwright takes over. Tries to center it. He's got two away. Smith checks his man. Takes the puck away from him. But Wainwright trailer picks it up. Shot on. Off the crossbar and out of play. Face house goal comes out. Pretty rough with it. All right, whatever they decide on. Wainwright wins that draw back to the corner, shot on. And he saves that one. Rebound into the corner, back up to the point. They're going to try and hold that in, but it squeaks by him. Roberts just misses that. Shields able to almost get it out there. It comes on. Shot on late. Still talking to the goalie, and the engine just dropped the puck anyways. Give us some team communication. Shot on, and Libby with the save is going to cover up. Now the mark is 50th shot on goal for the game. Shields having words with the referee, trying to explain to him that slashing after this isn't a part of the game. The referee opposed to Edmonton to take the draw. Shot on, saved by Libby, kick to the corner there. Resley's going to play that into the corner. Fire there. Wainwright able to hold it in. Kick back over across into the slot over the Bear. Wainwright takes it back to the point. We're going to fire that. Finish on goal. Good stick by Resley to tip that wide of the net. Play comes back to the point. Wainwright tips that down to the low circle. Got a player Plays it back. Black in pursuit. That just puts that pass off. Wainwright now takes it in. Good draw to chop it back to the Wainwright zone. Good stick by Bent there. Wainwright breaks it in, knocked off the puck by Gaudreau. Good hit there. River fires that up the boards. Wainwright holds it in the point. Black's able to reset that. He's got it through the neutral zone. Black in, cuts across. He's got space in the zone. And he needed to get a shot off. Plays it into the slot. Nobody able to get it there. That shot for the point from Colorado just sails wide as well. Back on goal. And that's going to come around the near side. Holowadiak takes that out of the zone. Over to Cole. Cole fires it over to Schumacher. Just couldn't handle that pass. And still in the Wainwright zone. Held in. Schumacher's got it now at the net line. Comes back to the Hall. He gets a shot, but it's blocked. Cole with a good hit to separate man from puck. The Hall's got it. Hanging on to it. Pass it over to Cole. Cole's got it on the far side. Holding it around for Hall. Sorry, that's Schumacher. Schumacher up to Hall. He's got it in the far corner. Centers it. That goes on net. And one more goal will hang on for a whistle. Comes out to the line. Holowadiak able to hold that in. Put in the corner with Cano. Ferris put it over to the other side. That's Shields on that side. Wainwright plays that up the boards. Holowadiak can chip that back. Wainwright comes away. They're going to dump it in across center. Holowadiak intercepts and puts it back in the Wainwright zone. 6:07 to go in the third period. Wainwright breaks it in, uses the handle on it, tries to center it. Wainwright's got it behind the net. Centers it. Got a free shot. Maybe, I don't know if he got a piece of it, but it went wide on the blocker side. Wainwright's got it in the near corner. They're going to play it down. MLAC tips it up the boards, race forward on the board, and the defenseman's going to fire it back behind the net. Cole tips it back, intercepted by Wainwright, brings it out in front, shot across, pass across, but I didn't find anyone. Wainwright's got it at the point, shot into traffic, and a huge save by Lou there, comes across and robs him. They try to filter it out front again, but doing there. Now Wainwright puts it back to the goal line. Cole and Shields there, Wainwright's still got it. Looking very power play-esque here. 5 minutes to go in the third period. And that's down 8-1. Pass up to the point. Wainwright defense is going to scoop that into the corner. Pass over. Reese puts it into the corner again. And Wainwright able to continually cycle this puck low and maintain possession. Shot on. Pad saved by Libby at the side of the net. Wainwright still got it. Dancing across the line. Reese blocks that shot. Still comes to Wainwright. We've got it. Ferris tries to put that out. Blocked at the line by 18. And Wainwright player is going to go for interference. With 4:20 to go in the third period. Shots are 52-16 to Wainwright. Far cry from what you see on the score clock. Roberts sends the kick now. And plays that back to the point to Smith. Smith has got it at the line. He'll play that down to Roberts. Roberts tries to center for Fayad there, but that's blocked by the Wainwright defense. Back to the point now. Smith has got it. Feeds it back to Roberts. Skates in. That comes just across over the reach of Bent and Fayad. Logan Rowland fires that across the front of the net. Nobody there. Roberts over to Smith. Intercepted by Wainwright and we'll fire that down the ice. We'll take roughly the first minute off this power play. Warrior Reefs. Bent skating this one out. Tepid grip on it. He's going to dump that in. Second out of the air by the Wainwright defense. So he's going to cross it across, and his partner's going to send it the length of the ice right onto Libby. They did get that shot. Good for them. Smith evading his man in the far corner. Pass up to Bent. Bent chips it over to Rowland. He's going to come back into his zone. Pass up to Black, but that evades him, and that'll be icing. .257 to go in the third period here. 36 seconds. Shot from Wainwright in the slot there. That takes a bounce and goes into the near corner. The Hall's away with it. Carries it into the Wainwright zone. Shot blocked by Wainwright. Black passed over to Gaudreau. Gaudreau's got at the point. That shot blocked as well. Resler fires. That's blocked. That gets caught up. And Schumacher able to hold that in. And now we're getting to the end of the penalty. Schumacher's got possession here. Tipped over. Gaudreau's got it. Passes it close to the net there. The goalie tries to go the ball. He misses. Hall fighting for it behind the net. Black tried to center that one, but Wainwright's going to come away with it. Two Wainwright players break it in. Good skate by Resler to break that up. Wainwright hangs on to possession, passing to the slot. Shot on, goes just wide. Left side. Schumacher passes it up the depth there, picked off by Wainwright, plays it down low to the circle. And keep that low. Shot on, Libby with the save. That goes into the far corner. MLAC elects to send it down the length of the ice with about a minute and a half to go in the third period. Shots in this third period. Currently 19-2. Favor Wainwright. Scramble draw. Wainwright player plays that over with his glove. Could have been a hand pass. Really able to freeze that one. MLAC wins that draw. Up to the line in that intercept. Now Roberts got it. He'll break it in on his own, but loses the handle just near the line there. Wainwright's going to take over. Wainwright's got it, tries to play it over, but Wainwright intercepts, comes into the zone. And Holowadiak able to muscle his man off the puck there. Now Roberts plays it over to Zafaris, broken up by Wainwright. Just across the line, and he'll come back the other way. Good stick by Reese. And Wainwright's going to pick that up in the near boards. File in off their own player to the far corner. Rolling with his man, Bent. Fires a hit on his guy in the corner. Wainwright's going to pick it up. Shoot it over the net. Headed coming to Bent, I believe. Somewhere in the corner there. Took an extra swipe with his out. Wainwright breaking it in now. Cuts over. Shot pass. Shot to goal. Which will negate the penalty. It's 17 and a half seconds. We line up for Lake for one last face-off here. Wainwright's got the puck in the end zone. Pass up the near boards. They'll break in 2-on-1. Shot on. He's got that one. We'll make it 22-2 shots in the third period here. This off one for MLAC there. Take it behind the net. How to do it. He's falling in close. 9-1 to the Wainwright Hurricanes. That'll be it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you at the next one, even if next Friday, if I'm not mistaken.